the Italian government set up a system whereby the descendants of Italian immigrants could apply for citizenship in Italy and Europe and allow for people to have two citizenships. So you can be an American citizen and an Italian citizen at the same time. This really appealed to me. I started on the process of setting up an appointment at the consulate in the US and getting documents, and it's a very long and tedious process, it takes years. In the course of my research, I ran across Lorenzoni dual citizenship online, and I contacted them, and we got to talking, and it took maybe 6 months from the time we first said hello to where I was holding my Italian passport. They demystified the whole process. They speak the language, they talk to the people, they provide the documents, they take care of all of the contingencies that come up, and it's a bureaucratic process, so there's going to be a lot of those. In the meantime, I was here in Sicily, hanging out in this gorgeous place, eating insane food in beautiful surroundings. This building where we're standing in front of here is about 1,300 years old, and it's not the oldest one. I love it. I love the history, I love the art, I love the culture, I love the food. I have to say the art is in everything. It's in the air, it's in the buildings, it's in the food. And I have really found myself here. I'm overjoyed to be in this little town, which is the hometown of my grandparents. And as they say here, I have brought the blood back. The city of Sambuca di Sicilia in 2016 was named the most beautiful town in all of Italy. Climate in this part of the world is ground zero perfect for nature, out here in the middle of the Mediterranean. This has been the crossroads of civilization since civilization. It was Greek. There are Greek temples up the road. The Greeks were supplanted by the Carthaginians who came across from Africa. They were beaten out by the Romans from Italy. After the Roman Empire came the Arabs. The Arabs were brilliant with agriculture and irrigation, and they brought citrus fruits and all sorts of beautiful plants. After the Arabs came the Normans, the Europeans, Christians. People from this island have in their blood, if you do your DNA check, all of those different cultures. That's the rock quarry that they used to build half the town. This is grapes and olives. I've been staying here. I'm retired, so I have the time. I'm completely free to come, go. Now I'm free to stay as long as I like because I'm a citizen here. And the dual citizenship is honored I still have my American citizenship. I have my European citizenship. Now I'm completely free to come and go. I can provide the benefits of the citizenship to my children and grandchildren, which is the main reason really why I did this, was to make it available to them in the future for anything they might want to do. They are now free to do the same thing.
Let's go, my friend. You can have salad, huh?
The process of getting the citizenship here in Italy requires that you establish a residency. And now a lot of people think they're going to just, well, I'll just go tell them I live there and I'll go for a week and then I'll blah, blah, blah. Don't do that, because it's cheating the system and it's cheating yourself. The best thing ever was I just moved here and I got involved with all of the local projects. There's a theater in town. I do theater in America. I write. While I was here, I have time to sit and do my Great American Novel. That's almost done on the last chapter. And I've met these wonderful people in town, these great restaurants. I gotta tell you, the food here, I can't tell you. You have to come here.
Welcome back to your home, Dan. This is where you lived.
This is where I lived during the whole process. Chris and Francesco found an apartment for me. So it's right in the middle of the old Arab quarter of town. These streets were laid out around the year 850 AD, and as were these buildings. And I lived up here and had easy access to the whole town. And it's beautiful, and you feel the energy just flow through you from centuries and centuries of people who've lived and loved and laughed here. You just feel it inside your soul. The story, the way I heard it, was the prince of the Arab village that was here was captured during an attack, and they put him behind me in this cave down here. There's a whole warren of tunnels under the town where they dug up quarried the rocks to build the buildings. And they threw him down there, and he died down there. And legend has it that you can hear his voice in the street saying, "Resist." And we will.
How are the hills in Sambuca?
What hills?
Dan, this is a beautiful building. Does this hold any significance for you?
Well, as I was living here, I'm meeting the people, and the woman who owns this building is the aunt of a guy I went to school with in America, in Chicago. So it's just a lot of people from this town emigrated and they went to Chicago. So Chicago is very popular around here. Ciao Francesca.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
No, non si fanno queste cose. Guarda,
Good to see you.
ti fa la foto,
Va bene.
Buongiorno, come sta?
Francesco.
Il ragazzo che l'ha aiutato, Francesco, che l'ha aiutato per la cittadinanza italiana.
And here we are in Wine Central.
We really like the wine here.
Sono storie.
And this is gigantic wine country. It's like Bordeaux. This part of Sicily, they call it Terrasicane for the
You can't see
ground,
the
the Sicilian ground. And these are all different wineries here. As we drove up through the highways, we were driving through these endless vineyards, and they all sort of come together here in Sambuca, in this beautiful place where they have tastings and try out the new vintages and sell their wares. And I have not had a bad bottle of wine since coming here. They do a full season of performances here, and they have an active children's theater, and I was able to help out with the kids using some Shakespeare to teach English, which the kids love and the parents love. It's a very busy place, and the townspeople are here every week for performances. The process of citizenship is an exercise in bureaucracy, and the Italians are wonderful, and they are not Americans, and if you come here with an American sensibility, you're going to be surprised. It's good to have an Italian to help you through the process, who understands the systems and the culture and how it all works. I'm here in this little town, and I'm on the phone with Francesco, and we had a question, and I was sitting on the phone in the restaurant, and I looked up, and in the door walks the mayor of the town. So I handed him the phone, the mayor, my phone, and he talked to Francesco, and they got it worked out right there while I was sitting in the restaurant. So I love these guys. I couldn't do this without them.
Ciao dear American friend, I am Francesco. Yes, Dan Decker became Italian, they get a passport, but me I get a new American, Italian, Sicilian friend. Many times the life give you opportunity to meet people look like you know from long time ago, and you became best friend for the rest of the life. This is what me think about you. We spent some time together. I introduced my family member, and we still have memory of the time we spent together.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's no and goodbye, but see you soon.